Can you dare to imagine a world that is rapidly changing and not for the better? Welcome to 2024, a year marked by a whirlwind of challenges that have swept across the globe, reshaping the world as we know it. Political instability has become the new normal, with power struggles and social unrest shaking the foundations of nations near and far. Simmering beneath this turmoil, economic crises are wreaking havoc. The rich are getting richer, the poor poorer, and the middle class. Well, they're caught in a relentless tug-of-war. But let's not forget the elephant in the room: environmental disasters. Climate change isn't just knocking on our door, it's barged right in, causing unparalleled devastation. From raging wildfires to relentless floods, Mother Nature is making her fury known. But here's the kicker. While these issues affect us all, some countries are being hit harder than others. So which countries are struggling the most in this chaotic world of ours? Let's delve into the top 10. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is the once prosperous nation now grappling with a myriad of problems. Not only is the economy in free fall, but political instability and social unrest are also at an all-time high. The once thriving tourism industry is now a shadow of its former self, with international visitors wary of the escalating crime rate and political tensions. The roots of these struggles are multifaceted. Economic mismanagement coupled with rampant corruption has led to a dwindling trust in the government. Citizens are bearing the brunt of these issues, with skyrocketing unemployment and poverty rates. And as if these weren't enough, the country is also grappling with environmental challenges. With the escalating effects of climate change, the nation's agriculture sector is under serious threat, adding to the existing woes. The future seems uncertain for this country. Its decline is a stark reminder of the intricate balance required to maintain social, economic, and political stability. A tough situation indeed, and unfortunately, it's only the start of our list. Moving forward at number 9, we find a nation on the brink of a precipice. A once vibrant economy and cultural hub now finds itself in the throes of severe economic stagnation, political turmoil, and social unrest. The root of the problem? A cocktail of poor governance, corruption, and a seeming inability to adapt to the rapidly changing global landscape. This country's struggles offer a stark warning to other nations about the dangers of complacency and the importance of forward-thinking leadership. The road to recovery won't be easy. It will require not just economic reforms, but also social and political changes that foster transparency, accountability, and inclusivity. The potential outcomes? Well, if successful, it could serve as a blueprint for other nations facing similar challenges. But should it fail, it risks becoming a cautionary tale of missed opportunities and failed potential. Another nation grappling with significant challenges. As we march on, the situation grows grimmer. At number 8, we find ourselves in a nation once celebrated for its vibrant economy and cultural richness. But alas, in 2024, it is a shadow of its former self. Economic instability, political corruption, and environmental issues have left deep scars on this country's face. The economy, once a roaring lion, is now more akin to a whimpering kitten. Mismanagement and poor fiscal policies have led to skyrocketing inflation and unemployment, leaving its citizens struggling to make ends meet. Then there's the political landscape, riddled with corruption. A lack of transparency and accountability has eroded public trust in government institutions, creating a breeding ground for civil unrest. And let's not forget the environmental issues. From devastating wildfires to relentless flooding, Mother Nature's wrath has been merciless, leaving the country in a perpetual state of recovery. The future seems uncertain for this nation, and unless drastic measures are taken, it may continue its downward spiral. Now, we turn our gaze to the 7th country on our list. Here, we find a different set of challenges, yet equally troubling. A potent mix of social unrest, economic downturn, and a health crisis have plunged this country into chaos. Social tensions have reached a boiling point, leading to widespread protests and clashes with law enforcement. The fabric of society is fraying at the seams, with divisions growing wider and animosities deepening. The economy, already teetering on the brink of recession, took a nosedive with the onset of a health crisis. The pandemic, unchecked and rampant, has overwhelmed the healthcare system, leading to a catastrophic loss of life and economic turmoil. These two countries, though unique in their struggles, share a common narrative of decline. The causes are myriad, the circumstances complex, but the result is the same. Countries once thriving are now in free fall. As we can see, the world's turmoil spares no one. We're halfway through our countdown and the stakes are getting higher. At number 6, we see a nation that was once a beacon of prosperity and stability, now teetering on the brink of disaster. Let's turn our attention to the Emerald Isle, Ireland. The Celtic tiger has lost its roar, and the country is grappling with a series of economic and social problems. The principal triggers? A housing crisis, a surge in unemployment, and a struggling healthcare system. The high cost of living has made it difficult for the average citizen to make ends meet. The potential consequences: an increase in poverty, a decrease in population due to mass emigration, and a bleak future for the young generation. Moving along, we land at number 5, a surprise entry, Japan. The land of the rising sun is currently facing the setting of its economic dominance. The issues at hand are complex and multifaceted. Japan's rapidly aging population and low birth rate have led to a shrinking workforce, putting a significant strain on its economy. The government's attempts to kickstart growth through monetary easing haven't been as effective as hoped. Add to this the escalating tensions with neighboring countries, and we see a nation struggling to maintain its global standing. The potential fallout? A stagnant economy, a changing geopolitical landscape, and a society grappling with the challenges of an aging population. These countries may be halfway around the world from each other, but their struggles are universally human. Economic instability, social upheaval, and political tension can happen anywhere, to anyone. The stories of Ireland and Japan serve as a reminder that even the most prosperous nations can face hardships, and that these issues are often a complex mix of societal, economic, and political factors. The picture is becoming increasingly bleak as we approach the top of our list. Approaching the top of our list, at number 4, we encounter a nation once considered a beacon of hope, now sadly tarnished by a multitude of issues. Bearing the brunt of economic instability, this country is grappling with skyrocketing inflation rates and unmanageable national debt. Its currency, once robust, is now plunging to unprecedented depths, causing a ripple effect of financial woes for its citizens. But the economic challenges are just the tip of the iceberg. This nation is also dealing with a severe environmental crisis. The exploitation of natural resources, coupled with inadequate policies, has resulted in alarming levels of deforestation and pollution. The once pristine landscapes are now marred by industrial waste, the air thick with smog. The future of this nation's ecosystem hangs in the balance, and the global implications of its environmental degradation cannot be understated. Shifting gears to our third country, the issues here are no less severe. A crushing wave of political instability has left the nation in turmoil. The government, once a symbol of stability, is now fractured by internal conflicts and widespread corruption. Trust in the leadership is at an all-time low, with citizens crying out for change. The societal fabric of this nation is also under strain. Rising unemployment rates, wealth disparity, and a lack of adequate social services have created a volatile atmosphere. The citizens, once proud and united, are now divided and disillusioned. The potential for civil unrest is palpable, and if left unchecked, the situation could escalate with devastating consequences. These two nations, once thriving and prosperous, are now on the precipice of decline. Their stories serve as a stark reminder that prosperity can quickly give way to hardship and stability to chaos. The world watches, hoping for a turnaround, as these nations strive to navigate their respective crises. We're nearing the top of our list, and the situations are becoming dire. Finally, we've reached the top. The second most struggling country in 2024 is... In an ironic twist of fate, this nation, once a beacon of prosperity, finds itself grappling with a myriad of issues. Economic instability, political unrest, and environmental crises have intertwined to form a Gordian knot, nearly impossible to untangle. The ripple effects of these challenges are far-reaching, touching every facet of life for its citizens, and potentially altering the global landscape. And the country with the dubious honor of being number one? It's a place where the harsh realities of climate change, economic disparity, and social unrest have converged, creating a perfect storm of adversity. The causes are complex, interwoven with historical decisions, short-sighted policies, and the unforgiving hand of nature. The consequences? They could be dire, not just for the people living there, but for the world as a whole. There we have it, the two countries facing the most significant challenges in 2024.